As NBA fans, we like to overreact about absolutely everything. Summer League is no different. So let's overreact about Summer League. So I've got 4 topics I want to get through talking about Summer League. 4 things that I think are important going into the regular season this season. Number 1, the second year players. As expected, second year players have had a jump and they're just better than everyone else in the entire competition. From the California one to even the Las Vegas one, the second year players have seemingly been just a step above everybody else, whether it even be 3-year players. And it makes sense because a year into their careers, they're obviously learning. Last year, in their rookie year, they obviously had no routine going into it. And now coming out of their first year, they have a routine, they have a plan going into the off season. So it really makes sense that they're the better players going into the Summer League. The Rockets rookies have been impressive. I mean, I liked Tari Eason beforehand. I feel like he's going to be incredibly useful in his career, but him and Jabari Smith Jr have been really impressive. Jabari Smith Jr has been clowning guys. Like Jabari Smith Jr was just talking ish to James Wiseman yesterday. Their game winner the other day with Tari Eason hitting the pass over to Jabari Smith Jr. And although it was before the Wemby game, I was tired and just wanted the Wemby game to start. It got me out of my seat, that buzzer beater. It really did. The list of great second year players playing really well in the Summer League can go on and on and on. Like I said, you have Jabari Smith Jr, Tari Eason, Shaedon Sharpe, Kenneth Lofton Jr. You've got the other Grizzly, I can't remember his name right now. You have Johnny Davis, who's playing pretty well. I know people say it's biased, but I think he's played pretty well. Benedict Mathurin, JD Davison, Andrew Nembhard, Jaden Hardy had a really good game the other day, and I think Jaden Hardy deserves a lot more playing time than he's currently getting in Dallas. So hopefully this can prove to Jason Kidd that he is a good rotational player. The second topic is the rookies, the NBA rookies. Before we get into Wembanyama, obviously we will get into Wembanyama, let's talk about some of the other rookies that played really well. Keyonte George, I was surprised. I wasn't really surprised, but I should have put Keyonte George in my lottery for the mock draft. I'm sorry, I didn't. But Keyonte George is really, really good. He's a bucket, he's a really good playmaker as well, and he's looked really impressive, especially in Las Vegas. His first game was good, and then he came to Las Vegas and he's been lighting it up for the 2 games since. So it was a great pick. Amen Thompson has a crazy layup package, left hand, right hand, and his ability under the rim to be able to pass as well makes him such a difficult matchup. His layup package coupled with his ability to make the right pass makes him a nightmare in transition and under the rim as well. You don't know whether he's going to go up or pass the ball. And if he passes the ball, it's an open man because you're trying to guard this ridiculous layup package. It looks like a really, really fun team, the Rockets, in transition. They're going to be really fun as long as Fred VanVleet doesn't chuck up a million threes. Talking about you, Fred. Dylan Brooks as well. Don't chuck up a million threes. Scoot Henderson as well played really, really good in the brief time I did manage to see him play before he got injured, but I was really impressed with his ability to attack the rim and his ability to pass as well, and even his 3-point shooting. I didn't think it'd be his form looks pretty good compared to how it was before, so you can tell it's something he's been working on since his injury. Somehow the double O looks good in his back. I don't know how. I don't like the double O as a number, but somehow it looks good in his back. Another rookie, Bilal Coulibaly. Obviously I'm a Wizards fan. I think he looks like he has ridiculous upside because he can dunk ridiculously, he can make clutch shots. We saw him make that shot against the Boston Celtics, and even when he's not having a good shooting night, his defense is amazing. Another Wizards rookie, Vucevic. I didn't know who this guy was, but he looked like Jokic light, Şengün light maybe. Jokic is a bit of a stretch, but he can pass the ball amazingly. He's great under the rim. He can even knock down a 3 for a center, for a man who's a big man. That is really impressive. And you know what happens when you get Europeans who can pass the ball? And I don't mean Ricky Rubio. Kobe Buffkin is exactly what I expected. Played hard 100%. Looked really, really good for Atlanta. I quite enjoyed Kobe Buffkin's game. I think he should have went to a team that's looking for more of a project. But I mean, it's not gonna harm you having Kobe Buffkin off your bench, is it? Who else? Cam Whitmore. Cam Whitmore looks electric. Looks like he makes the right decisions. And yeah, I'm really impressed with Cam. Cason Wallace, I love it. I saw Thompson needs more touches, but I'm still impressed with all these rookies. Brandon Miller, I don't want to seem like I'm hating, Back in March or before March Madness started, I said Brandon Miller should have been second pick. And now I'm doing a 180, and I'm going to tell you, you can tell when you watch players, like even Wembanyama, who we're going to talk about in a sec, had an off night in his first game. You can tell he's still a superstar coming. Brandon Miller looks like a role player. I'm not even going to front. He looks like a role player when he's playing. He doesn't demand the ball. He takes shots as they come to him, but he's not a volume enough scorer. He's not as efficient enough to play like KD, where you take shots when they come to you and you still get your buckets. So he doesn't really look like he could be a franchise player. And for your number 2 pick, you're looking for a franchise player. But anyways, Wembanyama, in his first game, I stayed up. I was half awake watching this game. It was really hard to watch, especially with just watching the Blazers-Rockets game. He didn't look great shooting-wise. Shooting-wise, he didn't quite get a hang of it. But it looked like he had his mind on other things. He wasn't sure where he should be at different times. But everything else was there. The defense was there. The passing was there. But I mean, we're not tuning in to watch Draymond Green Hoey. So we needed the shooting to come. And you could see coming into the second game, as he's getting more used to being on the floor, getting more used to the actions and the plays and knowing where his teammates are, he's getting his buckets. Shot 9 for 14, scored 27 points. Might have lost the game, but you could see he's starting to get an NBA mind. And when it clicks for him, it's a long day for us as NBA fans of other teams. The Spurs might be dangerous. I'm joking, obviously the Spurs aren't dangerous this year. And you know, the problem is people are expecting him to look exactly NBA ready. They think, because other rookies stand out as well, they don't really know what to do. I saw Cam Whitmore a lot of the time on the perimeter has no idea where he should be. But because Wembanyama is 7'4", he sticks out like a sore thumb. So it's difficult for him to really, if he doesn't know what he's doing, you can see it straight away. But Wembanyama, I'm really looking forward to seeing him in the league, and I feel like he's going to have a really good rookie year. He is probably my favourite for rookie of the year, second being Chet, because Chet is blocking everything. Block parties left, right and centre. I should have spoken about him as a rookie, but he's in that in between, so I don't really know what to say. Third thing we're going to talk about is the new foul rules, the foul baiting. I like the rules personally. I feel like if you're foul baited, you should have a technical on you, because you can't be looking for fouls. It's not just because the league isn't as physical anymore, doesn't mean just look for fouls constantly, and it's ruining our game. We just end up with the free throw party, especially with the 76ers. Basketball is a physical sport. Like, it's not like netball. Like, you can touch each other. Pause. But hopefully it's implemented in the league soon. I do think it's quite a useful tool, but knowing the league, in a few weeks the referees are going to forget and we're going to go back to how it used to be. Yay. Finally, I just want to talk about who should and who shouldn't be in Summer League. There's been a lot of debate where some people are saying, yo, why is this player playing Summer League? Why is this player not playing Summer League? First and foremost, Jonathan Kuminga shouldn't really be playing Summer League. People are talking about Jonathan Kuminga like, I know he has a lot to develop, but he's going to get PT in the league. It's not like he's fighting for anything. He can get better, and from NBA runs with NBA players, he can be better acquainted to NBA competition rather than playing with players coming out of college, players that aren't that good, just going to end up injured. And that's why I think it's Keegan Murray was the starter on a playoff team, a good playoff team at that. The best offensive team in the league last season. Keegan Murray was a starter on that team. I don't know whether he should be pooing on little kids. Like, people are trying to fight for roster places and he's here just scoring 39 points like it's normal. Like, let people fight for their places, because your place is already solidified. You can go to the NBA runs, you can go play with players that are training right now. You've seen NBA runs this season you've seen Jaime Jaquez play with Paul George. Paul George has great UCLA runs, and I feel like Keegan Murray, especially in the California area, might be able to find runs that might be more beneficial to him than playing in this tournament. But a player that should probably play is Zaire Williams. I know he's not a first year or a second year player, but his place isn't guaranteed. Kenneth Lofton Jr. looks ridiculous. The other rookie, I can't remember his name, I said it before, I can't remember his name, in the Grizzlies, looks like he's going to be a really good player. Chandler looks like he's going to be a good player. Santi Aldama's playing really good in the Summer League. And you're telling me Zaire Williams isn't playing Summer League ball when all the others are trying to prove themselves and he's not when he's walking through? I think he should be playing. Summer League is for proving yourself, right? And Zaire Williams has something to prove, but he's choosing not to. I know Dylan Brooks is gone, but that doesn't give you a place at all. You're in a dogfight, and you need to understand you're in a dogfight. I feel like NBA players sometimes don't have the ability to understand how their place is on the line. Like, they need to understand your own situation, and I feel like the young players really do need to take note of players like Santi Aldama. You know, he's still fighting for his roster spot, even though he's been in the league for several years. But anyways, that's just my opinion and my overreaction to Summer League. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you man in a bit. Boom.